Infinite Forbidden is finally here, and the floodgates have lifted. So let's go ahead and check out what the market prices are looking like for this set. So, started off top, we have the Engraver QCR. It's down to about 270. Mulch Army behind it at about 160, 170. Not too shocked that these are the top two cards in the set. Then we come down to Tract, which is sitting under $100 now. Astelar sitting 120. Genroku, this is a card that I haven't seen pulled a whole lot. Not only in the quarter century, but in the Ultra also. So this could be one to watch out if you guys are trying to max rarity your Tenpai deck. This whole core came in super uncommon. So this is like one of the few cards that you can actually bling out in this deck. Fiendsmith Engraver, this is the big chase. This is the secret that you want to see out of your boxes. I ended up pulling one of these on a rip to a hit. Shout out Unlucky. He was doing a case break, and very first rip to a hit, very first box out of the case, I pull a Engraver, so that felt kind of good. But these are very plentiful. If we go ahead and click into here, there are several copies of Engraver listed, especially once we get past this first page. So you can see we're still under $100 here. Go over to second page, we have a playset, multiple playsets, and then Trading Card Elites has 83 of these listed at $98.95. I'm pretty sure this wall will fall within the next 2 days or so as people try to get their Fiendsmith Engravers because they want the engine, they want it for Yubel, Snake Eyes. If anybody's going to compete, they're going to want this engine. So that's going to be something to look out for. Watch that wall fall. Scroll back down. What is this one's name? LZ? This is one that I also haven't seen pulled a ton. Also in secret. The Requiem, the Link 1. So, not too much out of the ordinary for the quarter centuries. They're all sitting about the same range that we'd expect to see them. The DM, this is going to be... This being higher than the Dragon is kind of odd, but I guess they're about the same price. It's just higher market. This, I still have yet to see Dragon of Pride and Soul pulled at all on Whatnot, or even the YouTube videos that I watched. I have not seen this quarter century pulled at all. Dominus Purge, going to be an interesting one to kind of keep an eye on, because we do know that there's multiple Dominus hand traps. So who knows, maybe we'll see a whole, half dozen or so of these come out with dual limiting effects. Like you can't use effects of 3 different monster attributes for the rest of the duel. That'd be a kind of interesting way to balance hand traps, I think. Or make them so they're only applicable to certain decks. The Exodia being about 40. That's not too awful, I guess. The Ankh at 30. People hate this card so much because I pull so much of it in Quarter Century and Secret. I haven't seen anybody get excited for this card. The Mulch Army. This is our first, or our second Secret. Being, about $30. I could see this probably coming lower. It's good, yes. But it's not game-defining, I feel, like the second Mulch Army is. The one that comes out in Rage of the Abyss. I feel like that one's going to see a lot more play than this one will. But still interesting to keep an eye on. If it gets down to like 20, 15 to 25-ish, it might be worth it to get a couple just to have. The Shield Quarter Century. People just don't like the Millennium archetype from what I've been seeing. But people especially hate this Pendulum. Disablaster, the Negation Fortress. I have not even read this card yet. Let's go ahead and read it. Negate any card effects activated in this card's column. Okay, that's a Pendulum effect. It's just a permanent imperm for that. That's kind of weird. If there's a column with no cards, you can special summon this card to your zone in that column. You can only special summon it once per turn this way. Negate any card effects activated in this card's column. If this card in the monster zone is destroyed, place this card in your pen zone. It's not a quick effect, though. If this was a quick effect, it might actually be cool, but since it's not a quick effect, it's kind of not really that good. I guess I could see it having some niche use cases, but quick effect would have made that card very good. I would have much rather preferred to see that. Astelar, Secret Rare, coming in about 22. Tracked is all the way down to $13 to $15. Kind of nice to see it come that low. People were paying like $40, $50 per secret. LZ under 10. Ankh is sitting about 9. Solo Hat Rabbit, this is one you'll have to keep an eye on too, because this card is really good. And it's sitting about $7 to $8. So keep an eye on this, along with the Secret Dominus Purge being $8. If for some reason this starts to see more play, I could see this being like $15 to $20. Dark, Water, and Fire. So right now we're in Fire format. We're coming into Water format, and Dark is probably one of the highest played attributes in the entire game. So there's not really too many decks that can run this. I guess you could run it if you're playing Flu or Light Sworn or, you know, any of the other attributes, I guess. But keep an eye out for it, because if it falls too low, you might want to go ahead and pick up a couple copies. Genroku, this is one that I said I haven't seen pulled a lot. Gamer's Choice has 463 up at 767. Yeah, have fun trying to break that wall. Diabell, the Synchro, Mimigul Master, this is going to be really cool too. This whole Mimigul archetype, I've seen some shenanigans with this, man. It seems like such a fun deck, and I might try to snag the core. If you could get the full core for like $20 or something, I feel like it'd probably be worth it. And right now, this is your most of your cost. The field spell, I think, is like 3, which we're coming up to here in a bit. But yeah, keep an eye out. Requiem, $5. Yeah, not too shocked. It's a one of. You don't need multiple of it, so get your one and done. Yep, and here's the dungeon. Oh, it's about 4.5. 3.5 listed low, but probably, yep, $1.55 shipping. But yeah, you can see multiple dozens of copies of this available. That's good to see. Gotta love opening day, man, when these floodgates lift and we can finally see some new listings on TCG Player. I love when people try to price stuff based on pre-sale prices. Never fails to make me laugh. The Dark Magician's sitting about 3. Tails is sitting under 3. The Exodia is sitting about 2. Yeah, that's not too shocking. I could. This is like easily a $1 card. I feel like unless this archetype sees a ton of play and more people want to have like a casual deck to play with it, I feel like this is just another Odd Eyes Arcray, the cover for Agov. Sengenjin being $1.50, that's not too bad. So I think with the Millennium stuff, you run the Shield at 3, which is down here, and you run the Sengenjin at 3, if I remember right. Not too awful. If you can pick up playsets of these for, you know, $1 or $2, I don't think that's bad. The Lad at $1, $1 on Wedju, oh, 67 cents. Silo Hat Trick 2 being this low. Are there any other anomalies back here? That's what I'm really curious to see. Monster Reborn, Tiramisu, man, they should have made this an Ultra. I would have loved to see this in Quarter Century to match the regular Tiramisu. Otherwise, it doesn't look like there's too much out of the ordinary here. Seems like all of this is just bulk. Yeah, you can see here's the other Mimigul Supers, which are listed at bulk. It wouldn't hurt to pick up a few of these, just in case Mimigul does start seeing play. So there's a Dragon. I think there's a few more Supers. Am I right? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Archfiend, 15 cents. That's... Yeah, these Supers have potential, but I don't think they're anything insane. Aerial Eater should have been a foil. This card's so cool, man. Again, multiple dozen copies here, so not too bad. Let's go ahead and go look at Legacy of Destruction, too, because I am curious how this set's been holding up. Nightmare Throne sitting about 175-ish. Dragonling is the second, 85. God. Nightmare Apprentice. Why is this market price so off when there's like multiple copies here at 86? Weird. The Bonds is down to 57, 58. The Valmonica one being still like 43, that's kind of funny. Where's our... There it is, Nightmare Throne. Let's go ahead and click into this. Nightmare Throne, sitting about 30... 39, 40 still. Bunch of non-verified listings, so if you guys want one of, so you guys can go ahead and pick them up from there, I guess, but they're 0% feedback. Nightmare Apprentice sitting, what, mid-30s? I don't think that's too awful. Yeah, it's been ping-ponging back and forth. About 34. Not too bad. Otherwise, the set is kind of Nightmare Throne or Apprentice or Bust, I feel. Because if you want to go to the next card that isn't Quarter Century, it's Shining Stark, and it's like $15 at most. But yeah, about 14 bucks. Multiple playsets not available on the first page. So if you want a full playset, you'll have to pay 15 each. So I guess that's not too bad. Not too bad at all. And then while we're here, we might as well pop into Terminal Revenge since that came out last month. Magia still sitting over 5. What I'm more curious to see are some of these secrets. So, Yubel, did we pass? No, Yubel must be lower. Crazy. Phantom of Yubel sitting 44.84, but it looks like that's a non-verified. Let's click in. So your lowest verified is 52.17 plus shipping. Then we have multiple playsets at 54. Yeah, not too bad. That's kind of where we expected. If this deck pops off and beats the Snake Eye Fiendsmith at Nats, I feel like this has potential to even go up. Sprint Quarter Century looks so good, by the way. I'm so happy about that. Jasmine is one that really deserved the Quarter Century also. What else do we have? Harp. Harp, I feel, is like the next quick fix. That Quarter Century took ages to do anything, but then once the tins hit, and we got the reveal for the new Spiral card, the quick fix shot up and it's right back down. Ib being at 18. Lara being at under 20. That's kind of surprising. Yeah, 16 bucks. That's kind of shocking. I was expecting that to maintain around 20 to 23 for a while because the deck is good. It's really good and people were getting results, but I guess it all comes down to how it performs at Nats. The Red Lotus being 10 bucks, that's kind of funny still. Lancia at about 10. What else do we have going on? Substitute. 7s. Oh my god, 114 copies. That's kind of insane. 762, so you're going to be paying like 25-ish plus tax. 25 after tax and shipping for a playset. When before, you could only get one copy of a rare for that price. That's... You know what? We'll take those. Kurikara, 76 listings, about 7-ish. Granguinol, about 4 to 5. That's not too bad either. Oil is falling. Sprite Starter, I feel like, is going up. I feel like this was about $1.99 to like $2.50 for the longest time. So seeing this at 3 to 4 is pretty good. Sprite Blue's coming down. Blaze is coming down. Keep an eye on Blaze, by the way. So we know Dragon Rulers are slowly coming back, and this is literally Dragon Ruler card. Keep an eye on it, because if they decide to do something insane for our ban list and go like just unlimit all the Dragon Rulers straight from 1 to 3, I feel like people are going to be apt to play the deck, and they'll need, you know, however many of this they'll need. So pick up a few copies, I feel. That ban list comes in like a month, so I don't feel like that would be the worst call in the world just to have on hand. At least a few copies. The Mirror Mage, yeah. So this set's holding up kind of how we expected. Phantom of Yubel or Quarter Century or Bust. Jasmine being $1.50. This one also has really high potential because plants always perform. There are some amazing plant pilots, and all it takes is another one winning like Euros or something, and this card will quickly be swept off the market again, like it has every other time in the past. Branded Fusion being about $1, that checks out. Snatch is also another one that I feel is a really good pickup at this price. Not only do you have like legacy format applications, but this card's playable now. You can play Snatch Steal, but a lot of people aren't going to just because, you know, it's Snatch Steal. It's not too important. But yeah, that's really what I wanted to touch on today. Nice little look at the Infinite Forbidden Morning market. Morning Up for release, touch on some Legacy of Destruction. I gotta go find some Infinite Forbidden mini boxes. If you guys don't know, there's mini boxes. They come with 5 brand new tokens. You know we're gonna be hunting for the Akiza token. So hope you guys have a good day. Stay safe, stay hydrated, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.